Hello everyone, how are you? Welcome to another segment of our English meeting on this beautiful Monday. So, how was you coping with the current situation? Did you follow the SOP or not? Do you remember what is the SOP? Let me remind you. Number 1, wash your hand. Number 2, social distancing. And number 3, wear your mask when you are outside your house. And number 4, go for your vaccine. I wish everyone healthy and stay safe always. So while you are at home, most of us today are working from home. So while you're at home, do you remember to detox yourself or not? So today, I got an opportunity here to share about this beautiful topic with you. My name is 𝐵𝐵𝐺, and today I'm going to share with you about colon cleansing for a healthy body. So waste no time, let's go straight to the topic. So this topic is about colon cleansing for a healthy body. We are always exposed to toxin. Do you agree that? You look at the water pollutions, the air pollutions, the food that we eat, we are constantly exposed to such toxins every day. Even the personal care that we use, the household products, and the containers and the utensils that we use, the chemical that they blend together inside all these things. So do you agree that we are always exposed to such toxin? Actually, we did. Okay. So the body needs to detox. So there are actually 5 organs in our body that do detoxification. However, natural detoxification may be hindered if these organs could not function properly at their optimum level. So do you know what is these 5 organs? As you can see in the diagram here, is the skin is our detox organ, the liver, lungs, colon, and our kidney. So these 5 main organs is our detoxification organ. Okay, so the accumulation of toxin that we experience. So once the body experiences the accumulation of toxin, sometimes people will feel about fatigue. You ask yourself, do you feel tired? Tired for no reason. No. Sometimes you wake up, you slept, you wake up, you feel tired again. Do you feel such thing? How about body odor? Have you come across people when you cross them, or sometimes you get close to a friend or somebody, you can smell their body odor very strong. Have you come across such situation? How about skin issue and acne issue, eczema, psoriasis, like skin problems? Have you come across such issue? How about trouble sleeping? Some people got insomnia, they cannot sleep. And some people can just love to eat even after a good meal, they still want more food to eat. And overweight, headache, bloating, and gas in the stomach, sometimes very difficult. And constipation or diarrhea. How about dark circle in the eye? So these are actually some of the symptoms that telling you your body need to detox. So if you have 1 or 2 or more of these symptoms in the body, I will advise you to go and do a proper detoxification. Okay, continue to listen to what I'm going to share with you. So one of the most common problems pertaining to toxins and waste accumulation happen in our colon is what? Now, this is actually a very good statistic report that we can find for you. See, constipation is actually a very common problem that related to the colon. In UK alone, an average of 182 people admitted to hospital because of constipation every day. 1 in 7 adults are affected by constipation at any one time. Maybe you yourself also have experienced such problem before. In Malaysia, 20 to 35% of the population suffer from constipation in silence. Why? They never talk about their problem. And they don't even know they got constipation problem. So you can see constipation isn't just absence of bowel. Some people thought that I never go to toilet, so I got constipation. No. Constipation actually, there are more symptoms to this. For example, if you have fewer than 3 defecation a week, lumpy or hard stool, straining to have bowel movement. So you want to go to toilet, every time you strain yourself and the stool just don't come out. Then feeling as thought that the blockage is preventing bowel movement. Then you feel like, your feeling of incomplete. When you go to the toilet, you feel like you still need something to pass out, but you feel like incompletion. Okay, so needing help to empty your rectum, your stomach. Sometimes you go to the toilet, you feel like, there's some stool came out, but then you feel like there is some more inside. Anyone of this got this problem? I know you understand what I say. So if you have this problem, these are actually signs and symptoms of showing that you have constipation problem. So this actually require an action from you already. Okay, so what is the detrimental if you continue to ignore such symptom? So the toxin will store longer in your colon. So the longer it store, what do? The lining is in contact with carcinogen. So do you know that this carcinogen can create colorectal cancer, and your chances is about 1.8 times higher than normal people? So in globally, colorectal cancer is the top 3 most common cause of cancer death. So actually it's a concern that we must take seriously. Okay. So one of the reasons that you can do to show yourself that, hey, can I have this problem or do I have this problem? So I want to introduce to you one amazing product that ELKEN just launched recently only. And this product is not new. For Malaysia market, maybe it's new, but for the world market, like in the developed countries, like in UK, in US, this is something not very new. But for us, it's very new. What am I talking about? I'm talking about this TrueU DNA profiling test. Do you know that now, ELKEN, by just taking your 2 milliliter of your saliva, put it into a tube, a test tube, okay, and then this tube will be sent to the UK, and in the UK they will run this saliva of yours through a DNA test. So from the DNA test, the profiling test record, they will come up with what? They will come up with 11 category and 84 reports telling you about your genes. Isn't that incredible? So from the genes, it can tell you about your genetic obesity risk, genetic type 2 diabetic risk, genetic bone minerals deficiency, genetic infection risk, cold or flu, side degeneration of age, cataract risk, open-angle glaucoma, irregular heart rate, immune function, gluten irritability risk, gum health risk, and actually there are more. As I mentioned, there are 11 categories and 84 reports that tell you about your DNA genes. So potential risk that you can have. So if you have this report in hand, dietitians and nutritionists from ELKEN, they will be able to advise you whether you will have such risk factor of your health or not. So I urge you to read more about this TrueU DNA test that ELKEN is offering today. You can get more information about this in the iSmart library. Just search for TrueU DNA test kit. Okay, so this test kit is actually very advanced. And this test kit, I can tell you, there are actually more than 11 reasons why you must do a test kit with our ELKEN Global. So it's scientifically proven one, not I say one. So actually it's not by anybody say, it actually is scientifically proven. And the transparency and trustworthy resources, 90.9% of the precise and accurate information about your genes and your DNA. 100% actionable DNA parameter, meaning that after you get the report, dietitians and nutritionists from ELKEN will be able to advise you about the proper action that you can take to prevent disease from coming out, which can be from genetic that carry along in your DNA or your genes. Okay, so it's actually an award winner with an ISO accredited, credible scientific advisory board, bridging technology, as you can see from the slide here. All this high technology that ELKEN can offer to you today is going to do your DNA profiling test here. So I advise you to go through this, read properly, and get yourself a DNA genes test kit. Okay, so it's actually very impressive. So a natural way to help detoxification is what? Number one, avoid oily food. So if you avoid oily food, avoid processed food, that's a very good way to detox yourself. Drink more water, okay, and take more antioxidant rich diet product. Have a proper sleep, very good sleep, and exercise. See, most people exercise today. Most of us are locked down into our own house, and sometimes we want to exercise also, we feel like, ayo, is it safe or not? So that's why you can exercise at home also, okay? Or you can do a proper guasa. So there are 5 things you can do. As I mentioned, avoid oily food, processed food, antioxidant, take more antioxidant, rich diet food, have enough sleep, exercise, do guasa at home, and drink more water. This thing you can do yourself. So how do I detox myself at home if I stay here? Very easy. We have prepared this PowerPoint for you to show you that there are 3 things actually you can do. So number 1, you can consume Lactose, which is a very good detox products. And number 2, drink clean, pure water. Number 3, do a proper practice of guasa. Let us go to this one by one. Okay, so this is actually a very effective way to do a detoxification. Lactose actually cleans your guts thoroughly. So it creates a balanced gut environment between a good bacteria and the bad bacteria. So the good bacteria will be more than the bad bacteria in this situation, and it stimulates bowel movement. Okay, so Detox cleans your guts thoroughly. Do you know our guts, there are a lot of stubborn stool sticking to the guts, it is sticking to our intestine. So what happens is that when this dextrin goes in, actually is a fiber, dextrin is a water-soluble fiber that help to wash off internal lining of the colon. This means that once you drink in this Lactose, it will clean your colon very thoroughly. If you're not taking it, I advise you to take now, because once you take in, you will notice that when you pass your motion, you will feel like, wow, all this thing is inside me one. Serious. Okay. So this dextrin is that it cleans your guts thoroughly. Why? Because sometimes in our guts, they got all these things blocking the nutrition from absorbing into our body. Because once where do you think the nutrients like vitamins, minerals, all these things is absorbed? It's actually at our small intestine and the large intestine, right? So if these intestines are dirty, then you cannot absorb the nutrition properly. So once you clean out all these dirty things from the intestine, the guts will be able to ensure that all the good nutrition will be absorbed into our body properly. Okay, so inside this Lactose, it also have a probiotic. So this probiotic, you have probably about 1 million, okay, 1 billion of this good bacteria inside, where they use a PET technology. PET technology means it's a probiotic encapsulated technology, where they protect the bacteria from being destroyed by our stomach acid. So once it reach into our guts, so it will digest it, and the bacteria will come out. So when it come out, all the bacteria will go into our guts properly, and it works properly. So we can see here, Lactose have all these bifidus bacterium legum bacteria, which is acid resistant. Okay, so once it reach our intestine, it will actually create a good bacterial environment into our guts. Okay, so what do you feel? Once you take in this Lactose, how you feel is that you feel some gassy movement, okay, in your stomach, and then what happens is that it expands the intestinal wall. So when it expands the intestinal wall, at the same time, it stimulates bowel movement in our intestine. So all the stubborn stool, all the stool that's sticking at the side of the wall will be pushed out. So you notice that people who take Lactose, when they go to the toilet for the first time, a lot of rubbish, a lot of things, smelly black color things will come out. Actually, I love to take Lactose, because once I take Lactose, I feel like my intestines are all very clean, and my tummy immediately gets smaller one. And you can also lose weight by taking properly Lactose. Okay, so this Lactose is very strong, so swiftly replenish good bacteria in the guts. So as I mentioned to you just now, each sachet contains 1 billion bifidus bacteria. So imagine you take one packet, inside 1 billion bifidus bacteria, all the good bacteria will enter into your guts, and then it start to move away, to move all those rubbish in your intestine, pass it out. I tell you, once you take this one, you love the product very much. Okay, guarantee you love the product very much. So next one is what? Next one, number 2, is drink clean water. So in the market, there are a lot of brand of water filter. So sometimes people also got confused which one is actually a very good water filter. But no worry, this PowerPoint will tell you how to choose a very good water filter. So today, in the water today, we know the water today is very dirty. That's why most of the houses in Malaysia today have a water filter system. Agree or not? So last time, water filter actually is a luxurious item. Only the rich people must have a water filter. But now if you look at water filter is like a fridge already. Almost every house also have a water filter. But how to choose a good water filter? A water today is known as a sick water. Why sick water? I mean, water also can get sick. Yes. Water today is no different from the water a dinosaur drink, because we don't have any new water. The same water has been in recycle and recycle over a period of thousands of years. Agree, no? Earth is the same. So where do you get the new water from the earth? Actually, the water is all recycled. Okay. So today, what are we facing? Last time, during our great-grandmother time, we are facing with what? We're facing with bacteria, virus, parasite. So that's why during last time, they boil the water will do. Agree or not? They boil water, they can drink already. After that, what do you experience? You experience pesticide, herbicide, industry, chemical. So what do people do in a filter? They put carbon filter inside to remove all this pesticide, herbicide, industry chemical. Then they got this chloroform, chlorine, chloroform, all these things in the water. So what do? They put a carbon filter. See? So previously they have this sediment filter and this carbon filter, and then you can drink already. That's what they do last time. But today we are facing with more contaminants, more water contaminants. What are these water contaminants? So we are facing with what? Inorganic minerals and heavy metals, which is in the water today. What are these inorganic minerals and heavy metals? Things like lead, mercury, nitrate, asbestos, arsenic, all these heavy metals can be found in our water today. And although medication, antibiotic, cold flu medicine, sedative, diabetic drugs, high blood pressure medicine, painkillers, all these can be found in our water system. Why is it possible? Because everybody take medication when they are sick. So you imagine, can this medication be digested 100% and used up by your body? No. It will detox out as what? As stool, as urine from your body. So over a period of time, there will be medication, pharmaceutical residue in the drinking water. So other than that, there are personal care products, synthetic organic chemicals such as SLS, artificial coloring, detergent. Imagine how you wash your clothes, how you wash your things. You put a lot of detergents, everything inside, right? After washing, our washing machine will flush out all the dirty water, dirty things inside. Where do you think all this dirty thing will end up? Where do you think it end up? You go back to the same source of water that we are drinking today. So in the normal water filter, they cannot remove all these heavy metals that we mentioned here. Okay? So previously, people use what? As I mentioned to you, sediment filter, one organic chemical, chlorine disinfection, all this boiled water will do. See, all this will remove 30, 40 years ago. This filter is usable. But today, we are facing with what? Biological contaminants, heavy metals, pharmaceutical drugs. And then, not mentioned here, we are also facing with what? Microplastic. Have you come across plastic bags that after you use sometimes, once you hold the bag, the plastic bag will break into small, tiny pieces. And then the more you touch the plastic bag, the plastic will break into even more tiny pieces. You touch it again, it breaks out into even more tiny pieces. And then if you go and search, you notice in the water today, there are many articles talking about plastic that cannot be recycled. Plastic that will stay as plastic even 100 years. See, so that's why you can see these contaminants are going into our water system as well. So if you don't drink a proper pure water, you just get a simple normal filter, you are probably drinking all these biological contaminants, heavy metals, pharmaceutical drugs residues, microplastic into your body. So instead of detox yourself by drinking water, you are putting toxin into your body. See, so that's why understand this topic better, get yourself a very good, reliable water system. So how do you know it's reliable? Very easy. You see, most filters are filtered up to 5 micron, up to 0.2 micron only. You can see from here, these two diagrams, only 2 level of filter. So what happened to those 0.01 micron contaminants or 0.1 micron contaminants? What happened to those tinier than 0.2 micron contaminants? It will pass through. So once it passes through means you are drinking all these contaminants into your body. So that's why our water filter purification system, BioPure Water Purification, the filtration size is 0.0001 micron. So if it's too technical for you, what is 0.0001 micron? It's actually the diameter of your hair. If you pour a diameter, the diameter of your hair break up into 500,000 times. That's how tiny is the membrane. So once it passes through the membrane, only the water will go through. So you are only going to drink H2O only. So that's a guarantee that you'll be drinking a pure water, and there's no water contaminants in the BioPure water system. So we got this model that are in promotion today, which is the K200, K400, and the N300 series. So what are these different? K200 is a combination of normal water and hot water. So it's very convenient. When you want to drink water, you just press ding dong, and then you press the normal water. You want cold water, you just press the ding dong, then you press the cold water. That's all you do. You don't have to put water inside, because technician will install this water filter properly into your house, and your duty is just to drink water. So if there's a time to change the filter, technician will come and change for you. You don't have to do anything yourself. K400 is slightly advanced, so they add cold water inside. So if you're a person who like to drink cold water means how cold? I mean the ice cube cold. Like you take the water out from the fridge. So you don't have to go to fridge and store water. So you can press ding dong normal water, ding dong cold water, and ding dong hot water. And when you come to N series, you can see more button there, right? So what is it? Actually, N series is even more advanced. So what is the more advanced thing? Is same as K400, they got normal water, cold water, and hot water, but they got another function which is super hot water. So people who like to mix coffee, some people who are coffee lover, they like the coffee to be super hot one. Okay, so this is a machine for you. So you can get super hot water to get your special blend of coffee. Or some people who like to, they like to cook those noodle cup noodle. So they like hot water one. So you press the super hot water, extra hot water. So you press the button, then you get extra hot water. Okay, so this extra hot water is actually for people who love you use a lot of hot water. Okay, so there's a feed alert. There's feed alert, meaning that if there is suddenly there's no water incoming, so the pump, everything will spoil. So there is a protection system inside that protect the system. So you can see this unit is actually very intelligent, and it's easy to dispensing. You just have to press. The height is higher than normal, so your full water bottle of 1.5 liter can actually go in straight away like that. So this is N series. Okay, so the capacity to make water is even faster, because this one is 100 GPD membrane. Normal membrane outside is about 60 or 80 only. This membrane size is 100 GPD. So in other words, when you want to fill up the tanki, this will go faster. Okay, so what is so special about this ELKEN BioPure water purification system? Do you know that in Asia, we are the only one that have a S300 Gold Seal Award? What is so special about this Gold Seal Award? This Gold Seal Award tells you that the water came out from the water system actually is certified and proven by WQA. How good is this system? How good is this S300 Gold Seal? I give you one example. We have done one test. You can find this demo in the YouTube. We actually took the water from the Klang River. You know, Klang River is known as one of the most contaminated river in Malaysia. So if you go near Klang River, when you scoop the water out from Klang River, you can actually smell the smell, which is so horrible. Okay, so what we did is that we take the water directly from Klang River and filter it through our 4 filtration stage of our filter, and in front of live audience we drink the water straight away. That's to prove that how good is our water filter. But of course, I'm not saying you go and take the water filter to filter lah, but if we can do such a test in front of live audience, that's to show you that how good is our water purification system. See, so you can rest assured by getting a S300 Gold Seal water purification system, you'll be guaranteed of getting a 100% pure water, H2O only. Okay? And you are not the only person who use this. There are actually more than 3 million people who are actually enjoying our perfect H2O water every day in whole Malaysia, to the extent of some even to outside many countries are also using our BioPure RO system. Okay, so other than that, what can you do? You have talked about lactose. Okay, cleanse your body, cleanse your colon. Then we talk about drink clean water. Then you can detox your body as well, and then replenish all the water inside us. So number 3 is what? Practice a good guasa. How many of you actually did guasa at home or know how to do guasa? I have been in guasa. I love guasa, and to tell you frankly, last time I don't believe in guasa, but today I'm a very good testimony of guasa. Guasa is like magic. If you have done guasa, maybe you can type in the comment, because you'll be viewing this in Facebook. So you type in a comment guasa. You type the word guasa. That's to tell us that you are actually doing guasa. Okay, so type the word guasa at the comment there, so you can tell us that you also like guasa. Okay, so this guasa, what is this guasa? Guasa actually is come from the word Chinese guasa. Okay, so in English they also name guasa. So guat is what? Guat is scrap. That's what I call guat. Okay, sa actually is named when you scrape the skin, you will see a lot of red patches will come up. So these red patches that came up, actually they call it sa. So what is this star? This star actually is the dead cell on the surface of the skin, and when you squat it, it will be removed. Actually, it's like toxin being removed. So what is the tools required for a proper good guasa? Number 1, I would recommend you to get a proper guasa oil. This guasa oil is made up of more than 7 essential oil, okay, that make up a good guasa. So a lot of people thought when you put oil into the skin to guasa, that's to lubricate only. It's easy to guasa only. No. See, other people maybe you put the oil just to lubricate only, but this oil is not for lubricating purpose only. Actually, the oil is to detox your body. So when the oil touches the skin, it will penetrate deep into the skin, and when you do a proper guasa with this Arosa guasa oil, what happens is that the SAR will come out faster, and once the SAR comes out faster, the body will do detoxification even faster. So get a good guasa oil, such as our Arosa guasa oil, and you need a proper guasa board. Okay, this board is made from buffalo horn, so it's safe on skin, does not cause skin injury, and it has a cold detoxifying effect. Okay, what does a lot of people say? You mean this board is cold one? No, this cold means in the Chinese they call cold. Okay, cold means yin yang. Yin is cold one, right? Yang is hot now. So they got this yin-yang effects. What it means is like this, and does not conduct electricity or heat. So get a proper guasa board. Don't get simple any guasa board. See, a lot of people buy outside board, then they say, why I don't get the result as you, because I'm using a proper guasa board. You are using I don't know what board. See, so that's why get yourself a proper guasa board and a proper guasa oil. So how do you do a proper guasa? It's very easy. Most of our uplines know how to do guasa. So if you like to learn, check out with your upline, where can you learn? Where can you learn more about GUASA, and where can you do it? Because now MCO, we cannot have any meetings, we cannot meet. So the only way is that you check with your upline whether they have any Zoom meeting or not. So maybe they can teach you over the Zoom how to do a proper GUASA. Okay. So in here, I'll briefly go through with you how to do a proper GUASA. It's actually very easy. You take the GUASA oil, right, Arosa GUASA oil, you put a few drops at the skin, you take the GUASA board and you even out the oil. So after you even out the oil, what you do is you hold the GUASA board 45 degrees, okay, hold it properly, 45 degrees, and then you just scrap 20 times at the same place. You scrap them 2 times. So once you scrap them 3 times, what happens is that you will slowly be seeing a lot of red patches will come up. Don't worry about the red patches came out. Actually, when you see the red patches come out, the person who is been doing the GUASA, means the person who are doing the GUASA, means the person, they will feel actually very good, very relaxing. Okay, don't worry about the red color. So how to do that? Very easy. Everything is go downwards only. Just squats downwards only. Okay, press and pull downwards direction only. That's how. You don't have to worry about doing it wrong or doing wrong, then some side effects will come up. Actually, there is no such thing of side effects will come up. You just scrub. Okay, for example, I give you an example. If you have a neck pain, if you have neck pain here, neck stiff or shoulder stiff, okay, you take a GUASA board and then you just scrub yourself here like this 20 to 25 times. You just scrub like that. Downwards, press and downwards, press and downwards, scrub here. You will feel very relaxing. Why like that? Because it's detoxing the toxin here, the strain here, the toxin here is removed. That's what it means. Okay. So, how to do a better and a very good detoxification? Very easy. If you are taking lactose for the first time, take lactose 6 days continuously. Okay, why 6 days continuously? Very easy. You see, the tongue is connected to your rectum. There's no break one, right? The tongue is here, then it's go to the esophagus, then it's go to the stomach. From the stomach, it go to the small intestine. Small intestine, it link up to the large intestine. Large intestine, link up to the rectum. So from the tongue all the way to the rectum, do you know it's 6 times your height? Like me, I'm 6 feet. So that means from my tongue all the way to my rectum, there are 36 feet of things inside my body. So that's why if you take 1 sachet only, you will not do a proper detoxification. So that's why for the first time, if you are doing this, take lactose 6 days continuously. Okay, 4 hours before taking lactose, no food. 4 hours before, no food. 4 hours after taking lactose, no food. So drink more water, and then you start to feel like there's a gas movement at your stomach. Now, if you feel like you want to go to toilet, please go to toilet and relieve yourself. So you feel very good. You don't feel tired. You don't feel any like diarrhea effects. You feel very, very good. If you are 60 kilo and above, like me, if you are 60 kilo and above, you will need to take more than 1 sachet. I will recommend you take 2 sachets. Okay, you can take 1.5 to 2, but I recommend you take 2 sachets together. Okay, into 500 ml of water. So after you drink it, don't eat any more thing. You can drink water, but no solid food. Once you take solid food, the whole process will stop. Okay, so enjoy the detoxification. You really enjoy, because after you wash all the stool that come out, you'll be very thankful for taking this lactose. Next one is drink a lot of clean, pure water. So men, you see here, you must take what, 13 cups a day. Women, you must take about 9 cups. I would recommend you take 2 to 3 liters a day. So drink more water, because water keep you hydrated, and water increase metabolism. So water is actually good for us. And do GUASA once a week. So it's maybe you say that, hey, nobody do for me or GUASA. No need one. If you have your wife or your husband, you can practice on you, you can practice on him, then what happens is that you can both do for each other. But if you are alone, no problem. You can just do the front. Just do the front, do the neck. Okay, just scrub yourself downwards only. Okay, you try doing GUASA, you will love it. You will love GUASA very, very much. So This is all about the detox, and I hope you will start to practice yourself all the good detox that I just shared with you. So what did I do? What did I share with you just now? Number 1, take lactose. Okay. Number 2, drink pure water. Number 3, do a guasa every day yourself. Like ever since MCO lockdown, since last year, we've been staying at home. So sometimes I do guasa on myself. Neck, see, neck. The only place you cannot do is the back only. So the front here you can do yourself. The hand, the head, all this you can do yourself. So I do myself. Sometimes I will ask my son to help me to guasa, and then I'll guasa him also. So when you do a proper guasa, what happens is that your blood circulation will be better as well, because it's a kind of exercise. And then lactose also, we take, my whole family take lactose. So whenever we feel like, hey, time to take lactose once a week, then we will take lactose. And of course, BioPure is never missed. We've been drinking BioPure for the last 20 years. So we only get healthier and healthier only. So my suggestion to you is follow this program, okay, and stay healthy, cleanse yourself. And lastly, I wish everybody here stay safe, stay at home, and follow the SOP. Thank you very much. Hope to see you again.